Good morning and welcome to Waking Up with Don. I have a couple old friends here from the BBIA, which is the Bay Building Industries Association.
Correct.
Did I get that right?
You got
Yes,
that
he
right.
did.
Good. Now, I reward myself with a sip of coffee. Kurt Hartzog,
Hartzog, yep.
and Josie Fioroli, which rhymes with ravioli, right?
Farioli, yes.
Farioli. I was close. I'm so sorry.
Hey.
It's okay. More coffee for Don.
Yes.
Here we go. Okay, now we're ready. BBIA. What is it? What does it do?
We are an association of local contractors, builders, remodelers, really anybody that's involved in the construction industry. We have a good association that we can use our voice to lobby to the state and local, state, national levels through the Home Builders Association, which we are a part of. Even though we're the Bay Building Industries Association, we're still a part of the National Home Builders Association. But it's to help us come together, work as a group to voice what we need in the Panhandle area to the state people, and that moves on to the national.
So you would try and influence legislators, I guess, or whatever when it comes to policy, like when it comes to onerous regulations coming down from the state, the builders can say, throw up the flag and say, wait a minute.
That's one of the biggest things that we
Yeah.
do. The legislation, the codes that come out sometimes are just ridiculous.
I remember there was a septic tank thing a while ago that was
More Washington.
in the news.
Yeah, they had that. They had one last year that came out that really flew under the radar that all of a sudden popped up that contractors could not install windows in a home unless they had a window glazing license. So they'd have to go and get a new license just to install windows into a house. So they couldn't have their framers who build the house actually install the windows unless they had a glazing license to do it. It was just ridiculous.
You're not building windows, you're just installing
You're just installing them.
Yeah.
But they wanted you to have this license.
Right. And what it was a misinterpretation really of the code, because it really did deal with people putting in commercial windows, the steel framed where they have to actually install the glass into the window front, storefronts, that type of thing. But it got carried over into the residential end of it, and it just caused a big
For your
stir.
typical home, installing a window is pretty basic stuff for a craftsman who's accomplished.
Yeah, there's a certain way it wants to be done, but you don't have to have a glazing license to do it. So we had to fight that for a while, and that's those kind of things that we do in the association.
How many licenses do you have to build a house?
A lot.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I mean, as far as you can have your general contractor, but they have to hire licensed people, a licensed plumber, a licensed electrician. All those people, and all those permits have to be taken too. They can take a permit out for the home, but then when the plumber goes, they have to take out a plumbing permit. They have to take out the electrical permit.
So there's a lot of legal.
There's a lot of stuff that has to be done in
regulatory things.
Right.
And as a consumer, you kind of appreciate that. It's like, okay, I'm being protected. The guy who's working on my house knows what he's doing, presumably.
Presumably, yes.
If he has a license.
Yeah.
What if you're an unlicensed contractor?
Well, that's
Those guys are out and about.
They're out and about, and that's something that we really are fighting too. We've been doing this for a couple of years now, really trying to make the public aware of what can happen if they hire somebody who's unlicensed. And probably the biggest red flag is if you're talking to someone and you want some work done in their house, and they say, well, I don't want to pull a permit. Why don't you as a homeowner go ahead and pull a permit? Better put up a red flag right away and say, okay, well, that's great, I can do that, but I need to see a copy of your license. I need to see a copy of your workman's comp. I need to see a copy of your liability insurance, and make sure that all that is in place before you would ever hire that person to work on your home.
You know, as a homeowner, I don't even know, Josie, if I'd know how to get a building permit.
Call us. I
Yeah.
mean, that is what we're here for, is to help you all. You can give us a call the building department with the county. But another thing, as Kurt was saying, don't ever give money ahead of time, too, to somebody. You were talking about checking with the license and all that. Also, if they say, well, I need so much money up front, no. Not
I've
until you
had
check out their
friends who
valid.
have been scammed
Yes.
on building projects.
They need to call us and report it so that we can take it up to the state level, and they'll get an inspector out there. We get the name of the contractor, and we will seek them out. So.
And help the consumer.
Yeah, and even speaking about that, about scams, even the other day we had Paul Becker.
Yeah, from the Bay County
Bay
Sheriff's
County
Department.
I've interviewed Paul
Yeah,
before.
and
He's a great guy.
Excellent.
He gave us a good rundown of kind of the scams that are going on, and they are a wealth of information. If you have a question too, call them, and they can tell you if there have been some problems with this person or that person when it comes to the building.
So the BBIA isn't just to protect the trades, it's also to protect the consumers as well.
Educate them. They
Educate 'em.
need to know what's going on out there. Everybody, oh, I got to save the dollar, so they'll go for the lowest bid, but that person could be that unlicensed person. And in the long run, they wind up spending more money having to get a hold of a lawyer and all in a lawsuit. Somebody, one of the workers can get injured. And if they don't have workman's comp, you are stuck with that lawsuit. So.
We'll talk more about that on the other side of these breaks. And now to your local weather, brought to you by the West Pittman Law Firm, westpittmanlawfirm.com. Welcome back. I'm speaking with my friend Josie Fioroli. Did I say it?
Farioli.
Farioli. You think I know that?
Josie. It's a tough
Just
one.
Josie.
No,
Just Josie.
Just Josie. So I'm talking to Just Josie and Just Kurt.
There you go. That works. That works, Don.
From the BBIA, the Bay Building Industries Association. Is that right?
Very good.
All right, I got that one right. You guys have an event coming up, right?
Yes, we do have. We have our Home Building Expo coming up on the 15th and 16th of February. We are expecting about 40 to 45 vendors related to the building industry to be there. It's going to be at the Hawley Center at the FSU campus. And I believe it starts at 10 o'clock on Saturday the 15th, runs from 10 to 4, and then on the 16th it's from 11 to 3.
What's the purpose of this expo?
Really, it's just with the kind of the uptick in the building industry in our area, we want to get our members to be able to get out there and show their wares. Some of the new innovations that are coming out, new products that are coming out. So people who are interested in remodeling or building a new home can come out and see some of the new technologies, talk to some builders. We'll have some builders on there as well, and just get some good information on what they can do for construction.
Well, I wish I would have done that before I built my house. So you would, wink, wink. We know who we're talking about. You know who you are out there. So it's not just for builders to learn new things and see. It's really for the public.
It's really for the public, right? It's our members want to go out there and they want to inform the public of what they've got to sell them and what they can do to make their process easier to build their home.
That's awesome stuff.
Yes.
How many vendors will you have there?
We're thinking about 40, between 40 and 45. And one of the vendors we're going to have out there, Don, is going to be the Bay County Building Department's going to be out there.
Yeah, they'll be out there with DPPR, which is the Department of Regulations on the professional things where they do go after the unlicensed contractors. So that they will be there, and hopefully we'll probably have a seminar that they can talk and educate the public.
You know, get a licensed contractor.
Exactly.
Yes.
Just because you know somebody who knows how to do stuff doesn't mean they're doing it right.
In the long run, you save the money when you go with that than by getting somebody that's unlicensed. It'll cost you more in the end. So.
They talk about being penny wise, dollar foolish, you know.
There you go.
I mean, if you don't get it done right the first time, anybody who watched any of these home improvement shows, you know, you learn that you know, people have to go back in and fix the stuff that's, you know, done wrong.
Well, would you have a doctor work on you that didn't have a license?
You know, it's probably a good analogy. Somebody's operating on your house.
Yes.
Right?
That's
True.
right. You want it done
That's
right.
true.
Yeah, or you're birthing a new house. Which is
I'll stop there.
pretty painful operation, I would imagine, but still.
Well, one of the other things about the Expo too, Don, is we are partnered with Habitat for Humanity on the
really?
Expo. So all the proceeds from people coming into the event, it's $3 to get in, $8 for a family. All those proceeds are going to go to Habitat for Humanity because we have a really good relationship with them, and this is one of the things that we can do to help support them.
That sounds like a perfect relationship.
It
there,
is.
you
It's
know. Builders and Habitat. I mean, good grief. I mean, it just seems like a perfect fit. So suffice it to say, the BBIA is not just another piggy little self-interest group looking to influence legislators. You know, you're protecting consumers too.
Yes, we are.
Oh yeah, I mean, the consumers are what make our association possible. You know, if our builders can't build homes, we're not going to be there. But certainly we want to have a group together to do the legislation like you talk about, but we also want to inform the public of what to look for. You know, some new products coming out. We always have our Parade of Homes that comes up in May too to show
Mother's
people
Day.
You know, what's going on.
And when we also have other events that go on throughout the year too that also benefit the Parade of Homes. We've got a golf tournament, worked with Mike Jones and Salvage Santa.
Yeah.
We've got a yard sale we just did, and that also went to Habitat. And a lot of things. We've got our website that you can go to and get a lot of this information on our calendar.
What is your website?
It's baybia.org.
Bay?
baybia.org.
baybia.org if you want to learn more about it.
Yes.
And the expo is when again?
February 16th, 15th, and
15th,
16th.
16th.
February 15th and 16th.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, awesome stuff. You know, I may have to swing through there if I'm around.
Sounds great.
And,
You better.
I will. And learn more about what you guys are doing out there, you know, to keep the structures that we live in safe.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes.
Thanks a lot for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us, Don.
And you guys are welcome back anytime.
We'll
Thanks,
be
Don.
glad to.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, Hi, good morning, and welcome back. I'm Zenobia Andrews, your business system strategist, and I am excited to be here in the Max Out Studios bringing you your Max Biz tip for today. Listen, all week long we've been talking about 5 must-have tools for small business owners. 5 must-have tools. Now, today's topic is one of my most favorite topics of them all, and that topic is Hootsuite. Hootsuite. Hootsuite is a social media management system. A social media management system. You know, for me, I have a LinkedIn page, Google+, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, right? And then I'm trying to update, you know, all of these different sites with my marketing campaigns, with my launching my programs, with my products, all of my services. And it takes a lot of time out of my day, a lot of time out of your day to manage all of these different social media sites. I'm here to share with you that Hootsuite is your solution. They're basically a free employee. I look at Hootsuite as a free employee, right? Because what it allows you to do, it allows you to stagger all of your events, all of your programs, all of your products, your services, your marketing campaigns, stagger them by date and time. That is the beauty of Hootsuite. Listen, I'm Zenobia Andrews, your business system strategist, and I am here to support you. You can find me at www.zenoviaandrews.com. Continue to press towards the max.
Thanks for watching and welcome back to Waking Up with Don. I have an old friend here today, Brandy McCabe. Brandy is a board member for Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Northwest Florida. Welcome to the show, Brandy.
Thank you, Don, for having me.
Yeah, and thanks for coming on and talking about this. You're a busy mom, I know that.
Yeah.
Working and all that stuff, working mom, but yet you're on a board.
Yes.
For Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Northwest Florida.
Yep.
Why is that important to you?
Well, I actually work for Big Bend Community-Based Care, and we serve a lot of children that are facing adversity. And I believe that many of our children, many of our youth are really in need of good mentors.
Yeah, so there's some at-risk kids that may not have a good role model in their life or whatever.
That's right.
And Big Brothers and Big Sisters provides that for them?
They do. Actually, Big Brothers Big Sisters is of Northwest Florida. They actually cover, I'm on the local board, the Bay County board, but they cover all the way over to Pensacola. So we've got, actually last year, Big Brothers Big Sisters served 91 children in Bay County.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, that's good. You know, and it's kind of cool, and this is why people go into the teaching professions, and you know, I have young people on this show, musicians, because it's always nice to see a young person get a little bit of a boost. But these kids are in particular need of a boost, aren't they?
They are. Many of the children that we serve come from like single-parent households. They may have a parent that's incarcerated. They may actually be in a home where they're being raised by grandparents.
Yeah, that's a very common phenomenon nowadays. Now, how does this all work? If I'm a big brother or big sister, in my case it would be brother, although I'm in touch with my feminine side, I would be a big brother. How does that work? Do I meet with these kids once a week, or what would I do as a big brother?
Well, if you were interested in mentoring, the first thing you'd want to do is call 763 KIDS, KIDS, speak with one of our case managers. Actually, we have a full-time case manager here in Bay County. We also have a half-time case manager. Let them know that you're interested. They do a background screening. They do lots of questions.
So it's not like anybody can walk in off the street.
True.
So there's, you know, so 763 KIDS, talk to a case manager, they'll vet you.
Right.
Probably a little background investigation, things like that. Make sure you're not a nut or whatever. And,
Right. Well, it's really also about matching. What's unique about Big Brothers Big Sisters is they really are that one-to-one mentoring. They want to match you with there's bigs and littles. So if you're a big sister, big brother, you're considered a big. Your little sister, little brother is considered a little. So they want to make sure that you guys have similarities, that you're going to have some things in common, that you're going to have, genuine interest in some of the same activities. So it's unique. In that manner.
So you would meet this kid, apparently to match you up. So you call the number, right? 763 kids.
Yeah.
You get vetted, right? And then they match you up according to interests, and now you're kind of assigned a little. You're big, and then you get a little.
Yeah.
And then you mentor them how often? Is that a once a week thing, or just by exception? How does that all work?
And I would want to defer to Leanne Schmidt is our local case manager. She would be able to kind of talk folks through
how that works day to day.
What level of commitment they would need.
Because that's the thing, because most people are afraid to volunteer because your time is precious. Everybody's busy.
Absolutely.
And you got to dedicate some time. And, a lot of times people ask me to volunteer for different boards and things like that. It's just like, if I can't really commit to it and do it right, I'd just rather say, can't.
Right.
So the time commitment's real important to people.
It is.
But this is an important thing, too, for the community.
Absolutely.
These kids, if you don't take care of them now, and teach them these life lessons now, from your experience and from our experience as relatively successful adults, you'll pay for them later down the road.
Exactly. And right now, actually, we have 21 children that are awaiting bigs, mentors. So they're on they've been, the children too come in and they get interviewed and answer questions regarding their, obviously, interests and so on and so forth. So we have 21 waiting for a match.
Right here in Bay County.
Right here in Bay County, and 70% of those are boys.
Wow.
So, we have...
And they need it.
Yeah.
I have 2 boys, I know that.
Yes.
We have to run to a break. Let's talk more about that on the other side of these messages. You're watching Waking Up with Don, and we're talking about big brothers and big sisters of Northwest Florida. Welcome back to Waking Up with Don. I'm speaking with Brandon McCabe from Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Northwest Florida. You have an event coming up.
We do, February 21st.
February 21st is Corks and Canvases.
Corks and Canvases.
Let me guess. I'm going to go out on a limb.
Okay.
And say that involves wine and art.
It does.
See? I'm
and
smart
entertainment.
Like that. And entertainment.
Yeah.
What kind of entertainment you guys going to have there?
We're going to have a band. We're also going to have, actually, it's at the Visual Arts Center, so which is really cool. It's a different venue this year. Last year it was at the Boatyard. So for those that have attended and...
Where is it this year?
It's going to be at the Visual Arts Center.
Oh, the Visual Arts Center.
Downtown.
Oh, yeah, that's an awesome place.
I know, and it kind of seems like it fits well with wine and art.
I have done wine and art at the Visual Arts Center before. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah. So we're hoping to get maybe about 60 pieces of art donated that will be available for auction.
And the proceeds will go to
absolutely
Big Brothers,
absolutely.
Big Sisters.
This is the major fundraising event for Big Brothers, Big Sisters. We will have live auction, silent auction,
cool.
entertainment, lots of
what kind of entertainment? You get musicians, I guess, there? Or?
Yes.
Well, that would be cool. Yeah. So how do I go? How do I get it? Do I need a ticket? Can I show up at the door?
You can do both. You can actually, tickets are $50, $55 at the door. So if you can call 763-KIDS, KIDS, if you're interested in purchasing tickets prior to February 21st. You could buy tickets from me.
Okay,
Brandy
well, we have
McCabe.
to do that. Yeah.
Actually, all our board members will have tickets. So but you can call and make your purchase over the phone. They'll field the call. They'll take a credit card. But yes, it'll be an additional $5, $55 if you buy it at the door.
And what day is this again?
This is February 21st. It starts at 6 o'clock.
February 21st, 6 o'clock, Visual Arts Center.
It's Friday. It's a Friday.
It's a Friday, which is good.
I know.
Because you can go right after work, 6
Exactly.
o'clock, it'll be cool.
Exactly.
And that's always a good time down there. I've been to a couple of events at the Visual Arts
We've
Center.
got our presenting sponsor is Bill Kramer Chevrolet.
Oh,
and so we're still looking for sponsorships too. So if folks are interested in if there's local businesses, organizations that are interested in donating, we need cash sponsors as well.
So let me guess, 763 Kids if you want to be a sponsor, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Or people can call me as well, for those that know me.
And those who don't, give it up. So 763 Kids if you want to be a sponsor. And it's on a Friday, and I keep forgetting, February
21st.
February 21st at the Visual Arts Center.
Yeah.
But this is a worthy cause. This is, these young people are going to be the people who are going to be taking care of us in our old age.
I know.
These are future citizens.
They are.
And we have a shortfall of big brothers and big sisters, right?
Yep.
How many kids are waiting? 20?
We've got 21 children
21
awaiting matches. So
763 Kids.
763 Kids.
Brandy McCabe, thanks so much for coming on the show, and thanks for the good work you're doing with Big Brothers and Big Sisters.
Thank you.
We need engaged people like you to spearhead these types of things, to make sure that, these kids don't get forgotten.
Yeah.
I mean, there are many different layers of help that we can give, and this is just one of them.
Absolutely.
Taking care of our own kids here in Bay County.
Yes. And thank you for having me, Don.
Thanks for being had. You're welcome back anytime. Okay. You've been watching Waking Up with Don. We'll see you next time.